Welcome to this deep dive into one of the most powerful and life-changing books out there, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. This book is more than just a story of overcoming hardships, it's a blueprint for mental toughness, resilience, and pushing past limits you didn't even know you had. Whether you're struggling with self-doubt, facing obstacles, or just looking for motivation, the lessons in this book will give you a whole new perspective on what's possible. Let's get started. Chapter 1: The Impossible Task. David Goggins didn't grow up with any special advantages. In fact, his childhood was filled with pain, abuse, and hardship. His father was violent, and the family lived in constant fear. School wasn't a safe space either. He struggled academically and was bullied. But this chapter isn't just about his struggles, it's about how he began to recognize the power of his mind. Goggins realized that pain and suffering weren't just obstacles, they were the training ground for greatness. He started developing a new mindset, one that saw hardships as opportunities to grow stronger. Chapter 2: The Accountability Mirror. One of the most powerful tools in Goggins' journey is what he calls the accountability mirror. This is where he forced himself to face the truth about his life. No sugarcoating, no excuses, just raw honesty. Every night, he would look into the mirror and tell himself exactly where he was failing and what needed to change. This brutal self-honesty was the first step in transforming his mindset. If you want to make real progress, you have to stop lying to yourself and start taking ownership of your life. Chapter 3: The Governor Lives in Your Head. Goggins introduces the concept of the governor, in our minds, a built-in limit that tells us when we're too tired, too weak, or too incapable. But the truth is, this governor is lying. He learned that when you think you've hit your limit, you've only reached about 40% of your actual potential. This is a game changer. Imagine if you could tap into that other 60%, what could you accomplish? The key is learning to push through discomfort and realize that pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. Chapter 4: Taking Souls. This chapter is all about flipping the script. Instead of seeing challenges as something to be afraid of, Goggins saw them as an opportunity to dominate. When he was in Navy SEAL training, he made it his mission to push harder than everyone else, even when he was in pain. His philosophy was simple: outwork everyone and take their souls. This means proving to yourself and to others that no matter what, you will keep going. It's not about being better than others, it's about showing yourself that you are unstoppable. Chapter 5: Armored Mind. Building mental toughness is not about positive thinking, it's about discipline, resilience, and consistently doing hard things. Goggins calls this developing an armored mind. He teaches that the mind is like a muscle, and every challenge you push through makes it stronger. Whether it's running an ultramarathon or just waking up early when you don't feel like it, every small victory builds mental armor. The key is to stop looking for the easy way out and embrace the struggle. Chapter 6: The 40% Rule. This rule is one of the most famous takeaways from Can't Hurt Me. When you think you're done, you're really only 40% done. The human body and mind are capable of so much more than we realize. Goggins tested this repeatedly by doing things like running a 100-mile race with zero training. If you want to reach your full potential, you have to learn to override your mind's built-in quit mechanism and keep pushing past your perceived limits. Chapter 7: Breaking the Chains of Mediocrity. Most people live their lives at a fraction of their full potential because they fear failure. Goggins breaks this down by explaining that failure is necessary, it's how you grow. Instead of fearing discomfort, you have to chase it. Growth only happens when you are uncomfortable. If you want to break free from mediocrity, you have to stop making excuses and start taking action. Chapter 8: Uncommon Amongst the Uncommon. By this point, Goggins had achieved what most people would never even attempt. But he wasn't satisfied with just being good, he wanted to be the best. He calls this being uncommon amongst the uncommon. This means that even when you're surrounded by high achievers, you still find ways to push yourself beyond them. It's about never settling and always looking for the next challenge. Chapter 9: The most important conversation you'll ever have. The most important conversation is not with a mentor, a coach, or a friend, it's with yourself. Goggins emphasizes that self-talk determines everything. If you fill your mind with negativity and doubt, you'll never reach your potential. But if you take control of your internal dialogue and start speaking powerfully to yourself, you can change your entire life. Chapter 10: The Empowerment of Suffering. This book isn't about avoiding pain, it's about embracing it. Suffering builds strength. Goggins teaches that every hardship, every painful moment, is an opportunity to grow. Instead of running from difficulty, lean into it. Train your mind to see pain as the price of transformation, and you'll be able to achieve things you never thought possible. Wrap up: apply these lessons to your life. David Goggins' story is proof that we are capable of so much more than we think. His life teaches us that mental toughness isn't something you're born with, it's something you build through discipline, resilience, and relentless effort. If you take just one thing from this book, let it be this: you are stronger than you think, and the only limits are the ones you accept. And if you're looking for ways to make your work and personal life more productive, check out Emma Ailes' courses. She teaches real-world strategies that help you maximize your potential, whether it's improving your workflow, optimizing your mindset, or learning to use AI to work smarter, not harder. You'll find the links in the description below. Don't miss out on the opportunity to upgrade your life. Love the book? Buy it. Enjoy the video? Like it and subscribe.